Good morning, students. Most welcome in the chemistry class. Student, you know that the chapter D and A block elements is going on. Few topics of this chapter we have completed, and I am sure you have done your assigned work from the taught topic. Now, student, let's start the today's topic. Students, atomic and ionic radii, that I am going to discuss the atomic and ionic radii. Atomic and ionic radii first decreases till the middle, then becomes almost constant, and then increases towards the end of the period. So, we have to learn regarding the atomic and ionic radii. First, atomic and ionic radii decreases till the middle. It is decreasing and then become almost constant and then increases towards the end of the period. Students, previous day I just explained in brief. Now I am going to explain this in detail. Why atomic and ionic radii first decreases? You know there is the increased nuclear charge. New electron enters a d orbital each time. The nuclear charge increases by unity. But the shielding effect of a d electron is not that effective. Hence, the net electrostatic attraction between the nuclear charge and the outermost electron increases and the ionic radius decreases. That is, effective nuclear charge increases, shielding effect of d orbital but d electron decreases. That's why attraction of the valence electron from the nucleus increases, so size decreases. So first of all, size decreases, I explained. Next, however, the increased nuclear charge, what I am telling students, the increased nuclear charge is partly cancelled by the increased screening effect of electrons in the d orbitals of the penultimate cell. One word I have used here, penultimate cell. So, which are increasing here? One is the increasing in ionization enthalpy, increase in the nuclear charge, and second is the increasing screening effect of electrons in the d orbitals of the penultimate cell. So two things are increasing. One is the nuclear charge increasing, another is the screening effect of the electrons in the d orbitals in the penultimate cell. Okay, so two things are increasing here. Next, what is happening here? When the increased nuclear charge and increased screening effect balance each other. Very interesting things. Two increased effect balanced each other and the atomic radii becomes almost constant. So, at the middle there is increasing, there is not decreasing, not increasing the atomic radii, ionic radii, because the two increased effect, one is the nuclear charge and there is the screening effect, balance each other. That's why the radii become almost constant. Okay, now I am going to explain why the atomic radii and ionic radii increases at the end. Increasing atomic radii towards the end may be attributed to the electron-electron repulsion. Very interesting thing. So, due to electron-electron repulsion, there is happening one thing, that is the radii will be increased. In fact, the pairing of electrons in d orbitals occurs after d5 configuration. Because d5 means dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square, y square, dz square. When you will distribute the 5 electrons in the d orbital, each d orbitals we get 1 electron. When we will give the 6 electrons for distribution, then first 5 electrons will go to the d orbitals by 1 electron, and then the first dxy orbitals will get 2 electrons in case of d6 configuration. The repulsive interaction between the paired electron causes increase in atomic and ionic radii. Suppose the questions will come, why the atomic and ionic radii increases at the end? The answer is repulsive interaction. Repulsive interaction between the paired electron causes increase in atomic and ionic radii. Increase in atomic and ionic radii. Okay. Just to see, but the trends in atomic radii of transition elements, that is 3D series elements radii is less than 4D. But 4D equal to 5D. It means the radii of the 4D series elements is equal to radii of the 5D series element. 5D series elements. But 3D series elements radii is less than 4D and 5D. Just you have seen the graph, and from the graph it is cleared. There is increase from the first 3D to the second 4D series of the elements. Increase from the first 3D to the second 4D series elements. Students, tell me one answer of the question. Which is the first series of transition element? Yes, you are absolutely right. The first series is 3D series, second series 4D series, and third series is 5D series. So which radius is less, 3D series or 4D series? Answer is 3D series elements radius is less than 4D series. But 4D series and 5D series elements radii approximately same. This is due to why? Why the radii of 4D and 5D series near about same? This is due to the intervention of the 4f orbital, which must be filled before the 5D series of elements begin. There is a steady decrease in atomic radii from lanthanum due to the pure shielding of inner core electrons. 4f is known as lanthanoid contraction. So due to the lanthanoid contraction, the radii of the 4D series elements and 5D series elements are approximately same, lanthanoid contraction. There is steady decrease in atomic radii from lanthanum due to the pure shielding of inner core electrons, 4f. 4f orbitals, that is inner core electrons, 4f orbital electrons has the shielding effect very less. So due to the less shielding effect, there is the contraction in the radii from 4D and 5D series. This is known as the lanthanoid contraction. Now students, ionization enthalpies. So I have explained the atomic radii and ionic radii. Now students, ionization enthalpies. Due to an increase in nuclear charge, there is an increase in ionization enthalpies along each series of the transition elements from left to right. Again I am telling what I have written. Due to an increase in nuclear charge, there is an increase in ionization enthalpies. Students, you know, when nuclear charge is more, then there is the large attraction towards the valence electrons. So it is very much difficult to remove electron from the valence shell. That's why the ionization enthalpy increases. Ionization enthalpy gives some guidance concerning the relative stabilities of oxidation states. Although the first ionization enthalpy in general increases, the magnitude of the increases in the second and the third ionization enthalpies for the successive elements in general is much higher. That is, second ionization enthalpy is more than first, and third ionization enthalpy is more than second. So first ionization enthalpy increases, but second and third ionization enthalpies depends upon the electronic configuration, depends upon the electronic configurations of the element. Ionization enthalpy values is given here. That is, first ionization enthalpies: scandium 631, titanium 656, 650, 653, 717, 762, 758, here decreasing. Here next here decreasing 736, 745 and 906, the last elements, that is 3D series zinc, because all electrons, all orbitals are completely filled. So large amount energy is required to release the electrons from the valence shell of zinc. So these are the 10 second ionization enthalpies. Just students, you are watching here, the second ionization enthalpies is more than the first ionization enthalpies, and third ionization enthalpy is more than the second ionization enthalpies. This is the trend of the change of the ionization enthalpies of the d block elements. The increase in ionization enthalpies is primarily due to increase in nuclear charge. As the transition elements involve the gradual filling of n-1 d orbitals, the effect of increase in nuclear charge is partly cancelled. How cancelled? By the increasing screening effect. Consequently, the increase in ionization enthalpy along the period of d block elements is very small. So this is very important thing. Increasing ionization enthalpy is primarily due to increase in nuclear charge. It is true. As the transition elements involve the gradual filling of electrons in the d orbitals, the effect of increase in nuclear charge is partly cancelled by the increase in the screening effect. Already I told you when I have explained the atomic radii and ionic radii of 3D series, that is first in decreases atomic radii, then it remains constant, after that it is increasing. So why it remains constant? That time I told you the two effects, that is counterbalance each other. That's why the increased ionization enthalpies is very small here. 3D, 4D, 5D series. So which series elements has maximum ionization enthalpy? My dear children, the answer is 5D series. In 5D series, in effective shielding by 4f electrons, that is the screening effect is very weak or poor. That's why there is the ineffective shielding effect, and the ionization enthalpy is not change. Increase in ionization enthalpy is very small. Relation between ionization enthalpy and stability of a metal in a given oxidation state. Students, with the help of ionization enthalpy, we can predict which of the two metals in a given oxidation state is the thermodynamically more stable. When a metal M in the zero oxidation state is converted into M2, the energy required is equal to first ionization enthalpy I1 plus second ionization enthalpy I2. Similarly, in the metal in the fourth oxidation state, there are four ionization enthalpies involved: I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. And you have seen when first ionization enthalpy is greater than second, third ionization enthalpy is greater than second, and fourth ionization enthalpy is greater than third. This is the sequence of the ionization enthalpies: first, second, third, fourth. Nickel in the zero oxidation state, platinum, nickel, etc. I1 plus I2 for nickel is less than I1 plus I2 for platinum. So nickel 2 is more stable. Similarly, platinum 4 is more stable. So I1 plus I2 for nickel 2 is less. So when the ionization enthalpy value is less, then it is more stable. So nickel 2 is more stable because its I1 plus I2 value is less. I1 plus I2 value is less, so nickel 2 is more stable, but platinum 4 is more stable, my dear children. Now I am going to the topic oxidation state. Oxidation state, that is scandium plus 3, titanium plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, vanadium plus 2, 2 plus 5, chromium plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6, manganese, maximum oxidation state shown by manganese plus 2, 2 plus 7, and iron plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6, zinc plus 2. Scandium, only one oxidation state common, that is plus 3. One of the notable features of a transition element is a great variety of oxidation state it may show in its compound. Students, do you know what is the reason behind this? The reason is very, very important, students. That is the energy of n-1 d orbital and ns orbital is comparable energy. That is, the energy difference is very less. So electrons can be lost from the d orbitals or ns orbitals. That's why it shows different or variable oxidation state. Stability of a particular oxidation state depends upon nature of the element with which the transition metals from the compound. The element which give the greatest number of oxidation state occur in or near the middle of the series. Manganese, for example, exhibits the oxidation number plus 2 to plus 7. So one thing I am telling, the elements that is near the middle, it shows the variable oxidation state. One question is coming in the board examination, my dear children. Name the element in the 3D series which shows maximum oxidation state. The answer is manganese, plus 2 to plus 7. And which element shows the minimum oxidation state? That is scandium. Elements in the beginning of the series exhibit fewer oxidation state, have small number of electrons in which they lose or contribute for sharing. Elements at the end of the series shows fewer oxidation state because they have too many electrons in d orbitals, so they have few vacant d orbital which can be involved in the bonding. In zinc, all electrons are paired electrons and orbitals for s2 3d10 configuration of zinc, so they have few vacant d orbitals which can be involved in bonding. That's why the last elements also shows fewer oxidation state. The first elements and last elements shows less oxidation state. Students, one thing I'm telling you, lower oxidation state compound are covalent character. Higher oxidation state is ionic. Higher oxidation state are more stable for heavier members. As for examples in group 6, molybdenum 6 and tungsten 6 are more stable than chromium. So students, the highest oxidation state plus 8, ruthenium, osmium. Low oxidation states are found when a complex compound has ligand capable of pi acceptor character in addition to the sigma bonding. For example, nickel tetracarbonyl and iron pentacarbonyl. The oxidation state of nickels and iron is 0. Nickel and iron is 0. So students, this is about the oxidation state. Student, today up to this. Next day we will proceed with the new topic. Thank you students. Bye.